In the hushed corridors of Fairmore's library, nestled between the musty pages of forgotten lore and the sterile glow of modern LED lights, Rena Whitlock found her sanctuary. The library was her domain, a place where the whispers of knowledge drowned out the cacophony of the world outside. Her white hair, often tied in a strict bun, was a beacon of discipline amidst the chaotic shelves. Tonight, however, the library revealed a secret that would unravel the tightly wound coil of her existence. Rena was cataloging a newly donated collection of ancient manuscripts when she noticed a peculiar draft wafting from behind a towering bookshelf. Curiosity piqued, she followed the draft to its source, her fingers brushing against the spine of a leather-bound tome that felt out of place. With a gentle push, the bookshelf swung open, revealing a hidden passage. Her blue eyes widened in disbelief as she stepped into the unknown, the scent of aged paper mingling with something more tantalizing, more forbidden. The passage led her to a chamber she had never known existed. The room was bathed in a warm, inviting light, and the air was thick with the musk of arousal. Shelves lined the walls, but instead of the academic texts she was accustomed to, these were filled with volumes of erotic literature, their covers boasting titles that made her cheeks flush with heat. In the center of the room, a group of people sat, their voices low and sultry as they discussed the finer points of a particularly racy passage. Rena's presence did not go unnoticed. Among the group, a man with dark hair and piercing green eyes rose to greet her. His name was Kalen Fairmore, a name that carried weight in this town, though Rena had never spoken to him before. His chiseled build was evident even through his tailored suit, and there was an undeniable bulge that hinted at his well-endowed form. "Welcome to the Erotic Book Club of Fairmore," Kalen said, his voice a smooth baritone that seemed to caress her name as he asked, "Rena, may I take your coat?" She nodded, her mouth suddenly dry. As he helped her out of her jacket, his fingers brushed against the nape of her neck, sending shivers down her spine. The touch was electric, igniting a fire within her that she had long neglected. The group returned to their discussion, but Rena's attention was fixated on Kalen. He moved with a predatory grace, his eyes never straying far from her. As the evening progressed, the conversation grew more explicit, and the air became charged with raw desire. Rena found herself entranced by the descriptions of carnal acts, her imagination running wild with the possibilities they inspired. Kalen leaned in, his breath hot against her ear. "Does the thought of such acts excite you, Rena?" he whispered, his hand finding its way to her thigh. She gasped as his fingers traced slow, teasing circles over the fabric of her skirt. "Yes," she admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. The confession seemed to unleash something within her, a hunger that she could no longer deny. With a swift motion, Kalen stood and offered his hand. She accepted it, allowing him to lead her to a secluded corner of the room where a table was littered with open books, their pages filled with erotic tales.